hammers of Ohio. Imbolc is past us. We have reached the point inside of the year where the night starts to fade and the daylight becomes longer. It's the time when we're supposed to be more ready for growth and new beginnings. Imbolc, in many ways, is like our end of the year. Because the next holiday that we celebrate as pagans in general is Ostara, which comes about in March. I got a book that I've been reading, and I'm really getting into these books. I'm going to be buying more of them. But come the start of the new month, I am going to be taking bits and pieces out of this book and posting them. It could be a ritual, a prayer, it could be a food item, a drink item. There's alcoholic beverages or a recipe for an alcoholic beverage in here that's doing that. Could be crafts. I look really forward to putting this book forth. But before we get started on anything like that, pardon me, I am on a chair that swings now. We are going to talk about our introductions. If I can, talk a little bit about what is going on with the Wheel of the Year. This is just going to be an introduction to these series holidays. But we are going to talk about the Wheel of the Year in this episode. This will be a precursor, everyone. The wheel is comprised of two groups of 4 holidays each. There are 4 solar festivals relating to the sun's position in the sky, dividing the year into quarters. The spring equinox, the summer solstice, the fall equinox, and the winter solstice, all of which are dated astronomically and thus vary slightly from year to year. Falling in between quarter days are the cross-quarter holidays or 5 fire festivals: Imbolc, Beltane, Lakshta, and Samhain. The quarters are sometimes called the lesser Sabbats, and the cross quarters the greater Sabbats, although neither cycle is superior to the other. In the southern hemisphere, seasons are opposite of those in the north. The Sabbats are constantly celebrated at different times. While the book you are holding in your hand only focuses on Ostara, it can be helpful to know how it fits within the cycle of the whole year. The winter solstice, also known as Yule or midwinter, occurs when nighttime has reached its maximum length. After the solstice, the length of the days will begin to increase. Though the cold darkness is upon us, there is a promise of brighter days to come. In Wiccan lore, this is a time when the young solar god is born. And in some neo-pagan traditions, this is when the Holy King is destined to lose this battle to his lighter aspect. The Oak King. Candles are lit, feasts are enjoyed, and evergreen foliage is brought in the house as a reminder that despite the harshness of winter, light and life have endured. At Imbolc, the ground is just starting to fall. signaling that it is time to start to prepare the new fields for the approaching sowing season. We begin to awaken from months of our introspection and start to sort out what we have learned over that time, while also taking the first steps to make plans for our future. Some Wiccans also bless candles in bulk. Another symbolic way of coaxing along the now perspectively stronger light. On the spring equinox, also known as the Ostara, night and day again are equal in length. And following this, the days will grow longer than the nights are. The spring equinox is a time of renewal and a time to plant seeds as the earth once again becomes to life. We decorate eggs as a symbol of hope, life, and fertility, and we perform rituals to energize ourselves so that we can find power and passion to live and grow. In agricultural societies, Beltane marked the start of the summer season. Livestock were led and grazed in abundant pastures. In the next book, I will talk a little bit about the next ones. I don't want to get guys involved in that many of them. We're going to go into a little bit of talk on modern pagans' relationship to the wheel. Modern pagans take inspiration from many pre-Christian spiritual traditions, exemplified by the Wheel of the Year. The cycle of the 8 festivals we recognize throughout the modern pagandom today was never celebrated in full by any one particular pre-Christian culture. In the 1940s and 1950s, a British man named Gerald Gardner created a new religion of Wicca by drawing into a variety of cultures and traditions, deriving and adapting practices from pre-Christian religions, animistic beliefs, folk magic, and various shamanic disciplines and esoteric orders. He combed multicultural equinox and solstice traditions with Celtic feast days and the early European agricultural and pastoral celebrations to create a simple model that became the framework for the Wiccan and pagan ritual year. The Wiccan ritual year is properly followed by Wiccans and witches, as well as many eclectic pagans of various stripes. Some pagans only observe half of the Sabbats, either the quarters or the cross quarters. Other pagans reject the Wheel of the Year altogether and follow the festival calendar based on the culture of whatever specific path they follow, rather than the nature-based Gregorian cycle. We will have such unique paths in paganism that it is important to not make any assumptions about another's based on your own. Maintaining an open and positive attitude is what will make a pagan community thrive. Many pagans localize the Wheel of the Year to their own environment. Wicca has grown popular and became a truly global religion, but few of us live in a climate mirroring Wicca's British Isle origins. While traditionally Imbolc is the beginning of the thaw and the awakening of the earth, it is the height of winter in many northern climates. While Amas may be a grateful celebration of the harvest for some areas, in areas prone to drought and forest fires, it is a dangerous and uncertain time of year. There are also 2 hemispheres to consider. While it is winter in the northern hemisphere, it is summer in the southern. While pagans in America are celebrating Yule, the winter solstice, pagans in Australia are celebrating the midsummer festivals. Pagans in America are celebrating Yule and the winter solstice. Pagans in Australia are celebrating the midsummer. The petitioners' own lived experiences are more important than any dogma written in a book. When it comes to observing the Sabbats in the spirit, you may wish to delay or move up celebrations so that the seasonal correspondence correspondences better fit the locale. You may emphasize different themes for each Sabbath as you experience. The series should make such options easily accessible to you. No matter what kind of place you live on the globe, be it urban, rural, or suburban, you can adapt Sabbath's traditions and practices to suit your own life and environment. Nature is all around us. No matter how hard we humans try to insulate ourselves from nature's cycle, these recurring seasonal changes are inescapable. Instead of swimming against the tide, many modern pagans embrace each season's unique energies, whether dark, light, or in between, and integrate these energies into aspects of our own everyday life. The series will offer information you need in order to do just that. So, what I got going on from here is we are going to start off our first basic series on the old ways of Ostara and how it was done. I am continuing to read up on this book. It is pretty awesome, and if you're interested in getting it, they do sell this on Amazon. It's about $14, and you can follow along with me and have some of these stuff. But this is going to be starting on March 1st, and in bulk is late March. Not in bulk, Ostara is late March. So I hope you guys had a good in bulk and a awesome week last week, and I will see you guys at our stated kindred meeting.